everybody. Welcome to Blue Weather. All right, guys, we've got a bunch of action-packed information in here today. We're going to talk about the next two, three systems that could come through and provide snow for the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Also, talk about possibility of any totals from that. Look over a few models um, and talk about possibility of a Christmas snowstorm. All right, let's go ahead and look at this GSF model for Monday night. What you see here is actually Monday evening, 7 o'clock. You'll see moisture is going to move in from the northwest, and obviously some areas, especially the high terrain of West Virginia and up north towards the Great Lakes, will be cold at first to have some snowflake action out of it. Now, as you get into 1 o'clock Tuesday morning, you can see more widespread snow showers all the way up to the northeast. And this is 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. As far as West Virginia, it's probably just high elevation terrain at that point, still snowing up towards the Great Lakes. Now let's talk about a few of the models, what they're saying about that time frame. This is the GSF model, and if you look here, we'll start right here at West Virginia. The pink areas, which is your highest terrain, like Glenwood, Snowshoe area, it's saying that the accumulation could exceed 6 inches in those areas. The purples you see is above 4 inches, mainly showing the high terrain of West Virginia receiving snow on this particular model, and you can see it was showing some snow north of there in Pennsylvania. This here's the Canadian model. Now it has more snow on it. Like I said, this is for Tuesday morning, so we don't get confused. Now this particular model is showing over a foot of snow possible on the snow belt that runs from Glenwood to Snowshoe, West Virginia. The lowlands, it was showing 1 to 2 inch in those areas, anywhere from a dusting to 2 inches. Not showing anything for Kanawha County down in the coal fields. And then as you look up towards Pennsylvania, like I said, this one is showing more snow. It's showing a 4 to 6 inch swath up there in northern Pennsylvania, lower New York State. The NAM, very similar to what the last model was. You can see that you could, now it's showing anywhere from like 4 to 8 inches in the highest terrain of West Virginia. Most of the lowlands not showing anything. Now it is showing 1 inch there in Wilkesburg, West Virginia, and a little bit down through Beckley and Bluefield. Like I said, but the western part of West Virginia not really showing much, and it also is showing anywhere from 2 to 4, 2 to 5 up in northern Pennsylvania. Same system, Tuesday morning. This is the European model. It's showing anywhere from 3 to 6 inches or so up in the highest terrain of West Virginia. You can see, for those in western Greenbrier, that dark blue line, that's pretty much Rupert. So it's showing 3 inches for Rupert on this Euro model. And again, you look up into northern Pennsylvania and even northern Ohio on this model, and the corner of New York State showing anywhere from 2 to 4 inches or so on this system coming in on Tuesday morning. This is the high resolution GSF model. Now it doesn't show on this particular model, it's not showing as much snow up there north of Pennsylvania. It's showing about a 1 to 3 inch swath up there. Still showing very similar down here in West Virginia of 3 to 6 or so in the highest terrain. Lower terrain, not really seeing much out of that on the high resolution model. This is the Ukraine model, very similar to that. Like I said, 3 to 6 in the highest terrain West Virginia, and this one is on board for 2 to 4, 2 to 5 inches up in northern Pennsylvania. Again, this is the short range Canadian model, showing the West Virginia mountains, highest terrain, also still showing up to 6 inches or so in that area. It's shown anywhere from 2 to 5 inches up in northern Pennsylvania out of that. And again, this is the Tuesday morning storm. Now on to the Christmas storm, and I know that's probably what everyone's been waiting for. This is Thursday morning, 1 a.m. You see, it's working across far western Kentucky, moving into central Kentucky, the snow part of it, anyways, into Ohio. Then by 7 a.m. Thursday morning, it's approaching Huntington, West Virginia, eastern Tennessee. You can see the dark blue in eastern Tennessee down in the mountains of North Carolina, Tennessee border. Looks like some pretty heavy snow at that point. Uh, then as you get into 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon, so as far as like West Virginia and far southwestern Virginia, Pennsylvania, uh, you're looking at your best chances of snow on this particular model, GSF model, would be uh, from 7 in the morning to about lunchtime. Now this is Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Now I want you to know something there. If you look over here towards the coast where you see the heavy rainfall, uh, some of the data has been showing tropical storm force winds, straight line winds from this system. So could be some severe stuff in Virginia and North Carolina that could cause some of you guys to have power outages for your Christmas morning, late Christmas Eve, early Christmas morning. So keep that in mind. If you're in the closer you are to the coast, uh, the more windier that it's going to be as far as that. Most people uh, west of the Blue Ridge at that point would be getting snow at that point. But once you get past the Blue Ridge and go towards the coast, it looks really windy Christmas Eve evening into Christmas morning. That is 1 a.m. Christmas morning. Now let's look at the possible snowfall projection out of this chance for a white Christmas for the mid-Atlantic on up to the northeast. You see that most of the lowlands of West Virginia and far south West Virginia and far east Kentucky, 2 to 4 inches is what it's shown on this model. Of course, higher amounts exceeding 6 inches in the highest terrain of West Virginia. Now, if you look on up here to northern Pennsylvania and New York, there places there could get into that 9 to 12 inch range up there out of this Christmas storm. Now, this is just one model, though. Now, this is the Canadian model. See, it does not show near as much snow. That's the thing. We don't. A lot of models are not in 100% agreement right now. But still showing snow, mainly high terrain for the Christmas Eve storm in West Virginia, and then some as you get up north into Pennsylvania. But the Canadian could not be seeing the storm correctly right now. Now, this is the European model, and it also shows some really heavy snow in northern Pennsylvania and right there at New York State, exceeding maybe 15 inches. Now, this is just one model, but it's showing in some of these models anywhere from 8 to 15 inches of snow up there to the north for your Christmas Eve, Christmas morning. And finally, the last system that we're going to talk about today moves in around the 28th to 29th time frame. So we'll be watching it as well. All right, guys, hope this helps for some planning and hope for a white Christmas. Y'all hang in there, and I'll keep having additional updates.